Hey everybody, it's Walker and Reuben at Full Spectrum Laser, and welcome to the 1 hour build.
What's up, guys?
What are we building today, Reuben?
We are gonna make this paper, was it casing for this?
Yeah, so it's packaging.
And then earrings. Well, we're not making the earrings, but we are making the packaging. You guys wanna check it out? What's the Wi-Fi?
What's the Wi-Fi?
Some dog earrings.
Got some doggies for you.
And then mandalas.
Here we go. Those are pretty big. Those are fancy.
These are like the hoop earrings.
Yeah.
Change them out.
Super fancy.
Yeah.
So we have those earrings. We have 3 different kinds, and that's essentially just to get you started. So if you want to make earrings and you want to see and play around, you can use those just to figure it out, because I'm sure you'll have tons of your own designs, in your head that make them way cooler.
Definitely.
Mostly it's this back piece that's pretty cool. So you can actually cut this out of paper, and then, then you already have a whole product. You don't have to outsource that backing somewhere, from China or something. You can just make it in-house for super cheap.
That's clutch too.
Yeah.
And you can just mass produce those if you want to.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know you can engrave paper, so you can.
Yeah. If you guys, I think last week was it that we talked about paper, or 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah. If you guys missed that, go check it out. It was Laser Talk.
Speaking of weekly contests, next week, what's the subject?
It's wood.
Wood?
This week. Yeah.
Okay.
The week's theme is wood.
So they make something cool out of wood, and you determine whether it's cool or not, right?
Not me. It's a group effort. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Jeff says, "Happy Friday, guys."
Thanks, Jeff. Happy Friday to you. Unless you're in, across the world, then it's.
If you're in the East Coast, feel bad for you, Jeff. I heard they're like snowed in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what we'll do is jump into the software, and I'll show everybody how I set up the file.
Cool. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask.
Yeah, buddy. Alrighty. So we have our file right here above our paper. We're just going to select both. Selecting both is actually going to show you the raster and the vector. So you can see that both of those are selected. Now we can go over to the raster here, and we'll see the properties, the raster properties for our engraving on the paper. In the engraving, surprisingly, it's Raster Power 19 and speed 100. And then we're going to play with that black and white threshold so it doesn't pick up those vector lines, because you don't want to raster those vector lines and waste time and just ruin the outcome of the project. So we're just going to lower that until they disappear.
I think as far as like the black and white threshold goes, like a lot of people, I think they just don't know what it does, or
Yeah. So I'm going to show it on here on this show until everybody knows what it is and what it does.
Yeah.
So you can easily see that pick up. Even when I zoom in, I'll click and drag, click the raster, and you'll see that it's going to finally pick up those darker colors. So it's going to pick up the green first, because it is darker than black.
Gotcha. And
then the pink. And if you scroll all the way down, it should see it's going to even take the fill out of the black.
Gotcha.
Still going to keep those stroke lines though. So we're just going to keep that guy here. We can see that it's still picking up our black. Maybe pull it a little bit more to pull even more black. That looks pretty good to me. We're going to go to our vector cut now. And we're going to keep the speed at 100 and power at 100.
So black and white threshold only on raster.
Yeah, so raster only has the black and white threshold. That's pixel data, and then you're manipulating that pickup on the pixel data.
Gotcha.
With the vectors, you already selected a color, set for those vectors. So you don't have to do a black and white threshold on those, on the vector side of things. But they will get picked up on the raster side of things.
Okay.
Alrighty. So our file is now good to go. So what we're going to do is go over to the laser that's right behind us, and I'm just going to run my perimeter.
Looks good.
Looks good to me.
Yeah.
And I am just going to hit play.
What's the importance of running the perimeter? Like, I mean, you have the camera. Like,
It's just a nice double check feature. Like,
Yeah.
it really is from earlier years using laser cutters before they had cameras.
Yeah.
Like, that's how you figured out where the job's gonna be. Now it's just a nice double check.
yeah, I get that all the time on Facebook. People are like, "Well, dude, I have my camera." Like,
Yeah, yeah.
so-
I mean, I prefer it because I'm used to the old systems. So.
Yeah. No, like what you said, it's good. Like, you know, just a double check doesn't hurt.
Yeah, I mean, camera can come out of calibration, so trusting it 100% every time, like, yeah, it's reliable, but if your machine got bumped really hard,
Yeah.
then, it might be off a little bit, and that could ruin, like, say you're doing something as expensive as the back of an iPhone, you don't want to ruin that just by not checking.
Exactly.
So, it's nice to check.
Does anyone have any questions? Feel free to ask,
Or-
or we're just gonna talk away.
Yeah, we're just going to sit here and watch the laser go.
Yeah. I guess not. Oh,
No.
we lost one viewer.
We got 5, that's
Yeah.
good.
They said, I don't have any questions.
Yeah.
Bye.
So we're engraving paper right now.
Paper. It's paper.
Like, application-wise, like, I can see this, maybe a few more, but it is an odd application, rastering paper, because you're always going to get that kind of brownish look,
yeah.
even if it's white, pink, blue paper. It's always going to be that light tan outcome, just because how it reacts with the paper.
I
So-
think it looks great on this.
Yeah, it looks
like this
cool.
Black, like,
It's got this really like I don't know, like rustic, but I don't know. Look, it does look cool, especially when it's a high detail thing like the mandala.
yeah. We got a question from Steve. He says, "Hey guys,
What's up, Steve?
making a bunch of bookmarks with the row mark leather created from the file in Inkscape. Got tired of doing the one, so I made another file in Inkscape. Did the copy and paste to make 5 in one file, and the file. Hold on. A file, raster, and vector to cut out. The vector to cut out and the raster to make the words and logo. When I do the 5 bookmark file, does the first one perfect, and 2 through 5 when it vectors to cut it out. It vectors very first letter of the raster, and then the file cuts it out, but only the first letter. Any ideas?"
Huh. Steve, can you take a picture of that output and I can possibly just check the file, double check the file.
Yeah.
But I didn't have any issues like that. It could just be a vector setting. If you set your vector maybe to, if you set your black to actually mark, that could happen. But double checking that file, I didn't see it. But
Could it be something with like the stacking of the file, possibly, or?
no, because I don't use any layers, and
Okay.
it's all going to be, you're always going to set your black the way I designed the file to 0 passes unless it's specific to be cut or marked.
Gotcha.
So our paper is actually engraved and cut. So you want to grab that out?
Quick. Yeah, sure.
Earrings and earring backings. So again, we have the 3 files, including the dog file, and the actual backing. And we just cut the backing, and let's see the engraving on that paper, Reuben. There we go. Mandy's mantra.
Who's Mandy?
I just made that it's for show, because it just seemed like something that would be on Etsy, right? Like Mandy's
totally.
mantras, like
this whole project is like
very
Etsy.
Etsy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's in papyrus, the font, so you know it's Etsy
yeah.
based.
You know what's crazy is
Show them how to do it, bro.
Oh, okay. My bad, guys.
He's just
So
thinking and
basically,
doing it.
the folded lines, I'm basically folding. The dotted lines, I'm sorry.
No, in the camera,
Yeah.
bro.
The camera. Oh, let's see this thing out.
All right, let's fold it for him.
Okay. So you guys can see the dotted lines. I'm just gonna fold these like that. this other dotted line. Just gonna fold again. And then there's a little tab back here. Just gonna run it through here. Good to go.
Now, how do you put the earrings on that?
There's two little holes here. You would basically just clip the earrings in there.
There you go. So it's that
easy.
simple.
Yeah. Real simple.
So, earring projects are very simple because you can come up with just a simple design like this guy.
Dog.
Yeah, the dog. And just buy these little dangles. So, let's see. Those little dangles. Try to get it on there. There's like, you can buy a bag of like 100 for a couple of bucks and you just buy them on Amazon. So
you can get, I mean, we just have earrings here, but I mean, the possibilities are really endless when it comes to this. I mean, you can do like necklaces and stuff.
Necklaces,
like that.
I know. Nick actually designed the back panel to be thing, and I think he does necklaces, and it's actually a little pouch that holds the rest of the necklace and shows the pendant.
Oh, that's cool.
So
yeah.
that is very cool.
Like what do you call those? Like the wristband kind of things?
Wristbands?
Yeah.
You can do wristbands. You can let's name off all the things you can do. Sunglasses.
Sunglasses. Sunglasses would be cool.
So just taking this idea, mostly, I would say every weekly project, if you're getting started, start playing around and using these files, learn how to create your own files with these files, modify these files, and once you got to that point, you're not going to need these files anymore, right?
Yeah.
There might be something cool that you like and run off, but for the most part, your creativity is going to be going like, oh, that's a cool idea. I want to do my own thing.
Yeah.
So,
Jeff says, what was the Raster Power you used?
okay, Jeff, I actually have everything written down. So the Raster Power on a Muse is going to be 19 at 100 speed. And play with your black and white threshold, of course. And then on the Pro, I actually did, it was a little out of alignment, but it was a 13 power 100 speed on the Pro.
Gotcha.
So we usually don't give specific power settings because there are so many variables, but there you go. There's a good starting point for you, but of course it's always going to vary drastically.
Randall says, hey guys, happy Friday.
What's up, Randall?
Yeah,
it is a happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
So let's weekly contest. Talk about it.
Yeah. So weekly contest this week. If you guys weren't here for the beginning of the show, it's wood this week. That's the theme. So anything you create out of wood, just upload it to the post. So
can't wait to see it.
Yeah, we'll be excited to see what people make this week.
And specifically, I want to see people take our projects or maybe an idea that we had, like earrings, and then show us what you did, your own style.
Yeah.
So that would be really cool for me to see.
I saw someone on Instagram today. They did something similar to these dog ones. But they did Groot.
Oh yeah. Groot. That'd be cool.
It was like little Groot earrings.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Oh man, it is so hot in here. I'm like about to take a nap. It's crazy.
Jeff says, I will test, always test. Yeah, always test, and always write down what you're testing too.
Yeah, on our website we actually have little sheets that you can print off and write down your power settings so you have them right there. So you have a nice document to keep all your power settings for different materials, different settings and whatnot.
Okay, Steve has another question. The single one file always works and doesn't vector the F in the first word for. Only the 5 bookmark file. What do you want me to send you? The Inkscape file? Email to you? Thank you, appreciate your help. Weird I have the vector lines yellow at one point and the Raster words are all black. Enjoy the show.
Thanks, Steve. I don't need to see the file. I guess I'll double check the file, see if it's possibly anything on our end.
Yeah.
But it ran off pretty good on our side, so I'll just have to double check the file and we'll get back to you ASAP. So I'm saying that you say the 5th one. He's saying the 5th one?
Yeah, I think he's saying that only the 5 bookmark file. Do you have the file with all 5 of them on
Yeah,
there?
so it's all 5. So I'm guessing it's going to. I think the 5th one was the feet sticking out, the Wicked Witch.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I'm guessing that. So I'll have to double check that and get back to you, Steve. So thank you
Yeah.
for letting me know.
It's not your file. It's a file I created.
Oh,
okay.
Okay, then definitely
Gotcha.
send us the file.
Yeah.
If send us the file. I'll take a look at it and see what it is.
Yeah. If you want, Steve, you can DM me the file and I'll send it over to Walker.
Yeah, it'll mostly be just a simple vector thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I've had issues with text holding just a single letter with a different stroke for
Is that
some
because
reason.
you like outlined it and then
Well,
you like try to
Yeah,
adjust the
if
stroke?
you have a stroke on them, because if all those text files, a lot of them have vectors saved on the outside anyways.
Yeah.
So I just turn them off with 0 stroke, but it can still pick up somehow.
Gotcha.
I think it's on the design side of things.
I see. You want to talk about the Pro sale?
Yeah, let's talk about the Pro sale and step it up, because it's a bit hot in here and we're getting tired, right?
Yeah.
So we have Pro 20 by 12. It is a. You're looking at me like, whoa. It's $4,500, and that's. What are the benefits of having this Pro, man?
This Pro fits through your doorway. Enough
That-
said.
Fits through a regular doorway. It's got a Z table with 8.5 inches of play, so that means you can stick like a, I don't know, book in
Yeah.
there, cut a vector out of like a, I don't know, gun or something, and then stick the gun in there. That'd be cool.
Like the treasure chest that we did earlier this
Oh yeah.
week. Yeah.
We had a treasure chest, and we did the top of it, and it was just a made box,
Yeah.
pre-made box. We just put it in there, and we didn't have to remove the floor like you would a hobby machine. So
The Z table's awesome.
Z table is awesome. It comes with the industrial chiller, so you don't have to worry about your tube overheating. It's gonna last a lot longer with that chiller.
Then the pass-through doors too, right?
Pass-through
You wanna
doors,
talk through
yeah.
The benefits of pass-through
Oh,
doors.
so you can put a single sheet of wood in there and just run it through the machine.
Yeah.
Just open that front door, run it through.
Way easier than taking the bottom of the.
Yeah, because you can buy a whole sheet
Yeah.
and you don't have to cut it up. Like the one hassle with the hobby machines is that you have to cut the actual piece. Like say you buy a big piece of wood,
Yeah.
you have to cut it and then put it in there, which I find a little hassle. It's awesome that you can just open the front door and the back bay and just throw it in there.
Just throw it in, yeah. What would you say to someone who's, they like the Muse, but are borderline with, getting this Pro? Like, what's like?
I mean, all the things we just
all-
like,
yeah.
just the hassle alone. I think I would buy the the Pro.
Yeah. Okay. Like, if you're doing more work, like, if you.
Oh yeah, definitely. If you're running this, like say you want to run a lot of jobs, then that gantry system is very solid and it's made to run constantly. So that's another benefit of the Pros that I forgot.
Steve says he loves his new cool box. That's
Yeah?
awesome. Speaking of the cool box.
Oh,
Yeah,
bring
I
it,
have
bring
right
it.
here.
Da, 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 da.
Cool box.
Ah,
There you
so
go,
the
Steve.
cool box. What is the cool box for those who don't know? So this includes your water. So you're gonna have your water input over here, and then your air.
Yep.
So this is all in one.
All in one.
No more buckets. It's a very cool system if you're moving around a lot.
Yeah.
So we were talking about pros versus the hobby.
Yep.
One cool thing about the hobby is you could take it, like I know people take them to Renaissance fairs,
Yeah.
and then engrave the product that they sell right there and then with something custom.
That's cool.
So that's something I couldn't do with my Pro machine.
No, you're not gonna lug around your Pro.
No, but
Yeah.
that I think about that all the time. How awesome would it be? You're at some sort of fairgrounds and you have your little hobby machine, and people just just for not so much money just throw some custom engraving on whatever you're selling.
Yeah. We got a question from Bill. He says, "What does the vector background trace do? Cannot seem to get what it does in RE2 or RE3."
Vector background trace.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's go to RE3.
Guys, good news. RE3 for the pros,
Mm-hmm.
2 months away.
Oh yeah, so
I know a lot
RE3.
of people are excited about
Yeah,
that.
RE3 upgrades
Yeah.
for people who are using RE1 right now. I don't think that we have any like sort of money. You know, what am I trying to think?
I don't know what you're saying.
Like, there's no. All right, whatever. I can't even think about it. So I believe
Yeah.
who, Steve?
No.
Bill asked that.
Yeah.
Bill, I believe that's the auto trace function that's not available yet because it is beta, and that is coming though. So it's gonna have RE3 is gonna have an auto trace just like any other design software out there.
Background trace, dude. You said an RE2 too.
RE2. I don't know. We'll have to get back to him after the
Okay.
show.
Yeah. DM me, Bill, and let me know the exact details of what you're talking about.
Yeah, and let's
Yeah.
get a fan for this room next time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little hot in here. Yeah.
All right.
So, any more questions?
Yeah.
Let us know now.
Let's know now.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Okay, well, Reuben will get back to you on those questions that you ask after the show. And I say that's all right. We're good. See
Yeah.
us next week on Wednesday for
Laser talk.
Laser Talk. And then our next, what is our next project?
You are gonna make the
Yeah.
billets, right? The
Yeah,
focus
yeah.
billet?
We have focus
Yeah.
billets for the Pro. So if you have that basic kind of simple clear acrylic focus,
Yeah.
then now you have robots and cowboys to keep you in focus.
There you go.
Something so you don't lose it so easily. Because I lose mine all the time, so I
Yeah.
painted it pink.
Oh, there you
But
go.
now that I have a robot to do it, like
Yeah.
way better.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Randall says, have a great weekend. You too, Randall. Thanks for
You too.
tuning in.
Yeah, and until next time.
Keep making.